Ok. Hello, um, hello em, hello anh Lâm.
Chào
Mình
chị.
có thể quit được rồi. À, cái này là livestream rồi ta. Ok, thôi mình cứ start nha.
Dạ,
Hello mọi người. Hello Trương. Thì chào mừng mọi người đến với buổi book interview ngày hôm nay của Engineer Pro. Thì giới thiệu trước với mọi người, giới thiệu lại lần nữa. Mình là Thiên Anh. Mình đang làm software engineer ở Microsoft. Mình sẽ đóng vai trò làm interview vào ngày hôm nay. Thì mời bạn Trương giới thiệu về bản thân ạ.
dạ. Chào mọi người, em là Trương. Năm sau em bắt đầu sẽ có bằng tốt nghiệp, mà em cũng có hơn một năm kinh nghiệm làm outsourcing cho công ty.
Em giới thiệu qua một chút về công ty em đang làm được không?
Dạ được ạ. Em làm ở một công ty logistics của Ấn Độ, làm outsourcing cho dự án của Mỹ về phần mềm quản lý công ty và khách hàng cho các client ở Mỹ.
Nghĩa là em làm về phần backend hay là phần frontend nhỉ?
Thì
Hoặc
em
là
làm cả full stack luôn. Yes.
ok. Thì khi mà đi làm thì cái công nghệ em sử dụng là gì?
Dạ
Ngôn ngữ.
em chủ yếu dùng JavaScript, TypeScript rồi React, với lại có làm mobile React Native nữa. Và backend thì em dùng Node.js với lại Express, và có cả mới framework mới.
Ok. Uh, yeah. Thì hôm nay mock interview của mình sẽ là bài coding nhé.
Dạ,
Trước khi mình start thì chị muốn hỏi em muốn chị phỏng vấn bằng tiếng Anh hay tiếng Việt?
dạ chắc là tiếng Anh đi, tiếng Việt em sẽ ráng ráng.
Thế á?
Dạ.
Chị tưởng ngược lại chứ. Ok. Uh, okay, so can we start now?
Yes.
Okay, so today will be a coding interview, and I will give you one or two coding questions. You should have you should be able to share the screen, and we do the live coding together.
Sure. So
Okay.
now I'll start sharing my screen.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Share entire screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, sure. Um, yeah, you can use any editor you want.
Sure. Sorry. Are you VS Code?
Yeah, this one works.
So
Mhm.
it's everything first. Okay.
Looks like you are going to use C++.
Yes, I'll use C++ for. Usually, I use C++ for interview because um, I'm more familiar with writing algorithms in C++.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, so the question today is let's say you are a university student, so you have to plan your studying plan by
Yes.
picking different courses. So given that you have to complete and a number of courses, let's say an integer n, and there is so many different constraints. One constraint will consist of two numbers. The first number is the ID of the first course, and then the second number is the ID of the second course, which means that if you want to take the first course, you have to finish the second course. Yeah, and we will have a few number of constraints. Let's say an integer n. So your question is you need to find um the way to finish all the course. Yeah.
So I would returning true or false or something.
No, you should print out the orders of the course that you should take to finish everything. Uh, and doesn't violate any constraints.
If there are many ways to just bring to one, right?
Yeah, in yes, and any valid way is accepted. And in case there is no way to do that, you can just print -1.
So for the constraints of the input, so what is the constraints for n?
I'm sorry.
So for the constraints of the inputs, so how large I can expect the n number is.
The number of constraints don't have to be equal to the number of courses. It can be any. Maybe for example, you have 3 courses, but you have 5 constraints.
Yeah, I mean, um, I'm asking for input constraints like n is smaller than 1000 or number of
Uh,
constraints. Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm misunderstanding. Okay, so the question for n can be let's say 25.
So 10,000, and this should be larger than one,
Mm,
maybe.
yes, at least one.
And for number of constraints,
The number of constraints should be less than 1,000 too.
one
1,000
thousand,
hundreds, 100,000. Sorry.
100. Okay, so smaller than 25. Oh, all right. So, um, so looking at this, I feel like I can do it some kind of topological sort.
Mhm.
Just yeah, I feel it's very the same. I don't really remember how topological structure is working, so I'll find on the way. Um, so it's kind of a graph. So let me think of this first. So I go through the constraints. Maybe what happened? Oh, ah, oh, okay. I think I can do something like this. I have a for each node, I will have a number of course that must be taken to take that course. So um, I'll first see if there is any course that doesn't have any dependency, which means that I can take that course right away without commit with any other course. And after taking that course, I will um, leave the constraints for any course that require that course completed, and I'll continue to spread out the thing. It's feel like some kind of BFS, but yeah, it's in a different sense, spreading out.
Mhm.
Do you think that is a patched way to do it?
Mm, what happen if there is a circular?
SQL.
Yeah, like you have to take the course 2 before course 1, but you also have to take course 1 before course 2.
So that in that way, I cannot find any course like open to take without taking any other course. So I think that is no way to commit all the course, and I will print out as one.
Okay, so how can you handle that case in your code?
Uh, so I'll just first I'll see if there's a course that doesn't need
Mhm.
any course taken to commit, and I commit those first, and then I'll
Mhm.
try my best to like we try to take all those courses and leave the dependency, of course. And after all of that, I will check the number of course I have completed. If it's less than the number of total course, then um, I will print out minus one.
Yeah, that sound good. Okay, so what is the time complexity and space complexity for this solution?
So for the complexity, um, I think for each course, I will check one time complexity. Each course, I will check one, and I have to modify all the course that depended on that course. So if we consider it is a graph, then it's vector plus O of vector plus H, or this case, O n plus the size of constraints.
Mm.
And for the space, let me think. I have some way to illustrate them as the number of courses, number of age. So I think it's also O of the n plus the size of the constraint, but I'll figure it on the way. Maybe I need some extra storage, but I think it's around that.
OOM.
Yeah, ON, yeah, of course.
I think it should be maybe different than ON. Maybe OM, like you have to store the H,
The
right?
H's, yeah, the H's.
Yeah, so the H is OM.
Yeah, ON. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that this solution is good for me. So can you
Uh,
start coding?
yeah, sure. I'll start. So, the inputs I have the n as integer, and I have the constraints, which is a vector. So, some as one hand. This is not an int. It can be int or
Mm. To make it easier, you can just return an empty vector. Yeah, an empty array. So you have a uniform of output.
so this one is simpler for me. So, okay. So now first, let me break it down smaller problems. So first, I would need to make an active list of edges so that we can assess. Yeah, the edges. Edges. After having the edges, I would find the one that don't have outgoing. So I also have to make the in incoming or outgoing. I think that is the list that we have a number of nodes. I call it random C list. So start making the page. So from the constraints,
Yeah.
I,
So it should be an array of pairs, I think.
yeah, sure. So, so save some space. Oh, no. Uh, Actually, I should not put it in main, actually. So,
Should be, yeah, some you should naming your solution somewhere. Yeah.
yes. Solution. No. So now first I would let's yeah, um, select the H's. So what is important in this case? Um, for every, as I said before, so for every node, I will need to know which course depended on it. So let's say to take ID1, you need to finish ID2. So uh, exact this is so something like ID1 to take ID1. Um, so when I finish ID2, I want to inform and continue searching, doing working with ID1. So ID2, then okay, so make a list like ID2 will the H which we like um, again store the integer and H list. Um, it should be initialized with n, and at first so your empty vector. So look to here, we want to make we want to make H list of ID2 ID1. What is ID2 and ID1, right? So one equal to constraints 0 and 2 is equal to 1.
It should be the ether of conscience.
Yeah. Let's see. So I finish the H list, and then I make the number of dependency. Like we can count right here. So we put it in here too. So whenever make vector, same thing, make it. So this time we just need once. Okay, let's see. This should be a vector that has n size n and 0. So whenever ID1 like this, so ID1 now that's dependency of ID1. ID1 I will increase it. Okay, so I have a dependency list. Now I have to find all the dependency that's on the node that has dependency of 0. I will through the dependency list. And so dependency equal to 0. We put it into a list to process. So I call it processing. Just empty. And so I push connect. Right. Yeah, sounds correct. So I have a list of nodes of courses. That doesn't require anything to take a beginner process. So I will start with it. And I will have a vector. So whichever process I have resolved, I will increase that the pointer up. So I have the pointer here, uh, 0, while current is smaller than processing list size and process. So for each process, I will, if I take it, then I put it into the result. So vector. Whenever I take a course, I'll put it into result. Pushback. The course is the processing list. We're doing this, the index, yeah. So pushback the current, and then I will go to the edge list. I look through the edge list. Zero edge list of that node. No, no, of this system. Let's go to the system list current. Do this so it's clear and I will not mistake.
Mm.
Edge list of the current course. Yeah, nice. Then go through, I would decrease the dependency list of it. So dependency of I here is in the edge list of current course. So something like this, edge list with current course of I. So it's course, which it is. So the dependency of next course will be decreased by 1.
Mm.
And the dependency why there's problem. Okay. And if that dependency is actually equal to 0, then I will add it to the processing list. Now I can learn that course. Alright, so I think it's pretty neat. Now I will work with the return thing. I'll return the result, but only if the size of it is equal to n. Result size to n. Return the result. Otherwise, I will just return t. Sorry. Wants to like combine it. Check if I think it's finished. Let me check through the first one.
Yeah, it's not necessary to like to run it. Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, these solutions are good to me. Okay, so this is the first the first question. So looks like we
Okay.
still have time, so we can come to the second one.
Okay.
Um, okay, so let's say the second question. Mm, okay, So the question give you an integer.
Wait a minute, let me create a new one.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so an integer n, and you will try to do the operation multiple times until n become a prime number.
do a operation.
Do the operation so many times. I don't know how many times.
Okay.
It depends until n
So,
become a prime number. Yeah. So the each operation in each operation you will um split n into its prime factors.
what? Loops n into what?
It into its prime factors.
A prime
Prime,
factor.
yeah.
To its prime
Uh-huh. Yeah. Factors. Yeah.
factors. Yeah.
And
Okay.
n will be the sum of these factors.
And equal to sum of z,
Yeah. N will be the sum of all of these factors.
sum of c factors.
These.
These factors. Okay. It's, um.
Yeah, and
Let's.
your output would be the final value of n.
It's final value of n, which is a prime.
Yes.
And if yeah, it sure can do it, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Like there should be a way to split n into a prime, so the output is sure, so we don't have like -1 or anything, right?
Yep, yep. There's always an output. For example, if you given a number five prime already, so you
Yes.
just return
Yeah.
five.
So let me make, for example, 9. What is 9? Then it's gonna be 3 times 3, right? So then we output 3.
No. So
9 would be what?
9 is 3 multiplied by 3. So the 9 after operation, 9 will become 6 because it's the sum of all of the factors.
Okay. So after one operation, it becomes 6. And
Yes,
then
and
6
then
is 2 times 3, and so it will become 5.
yes,
Ah,
and 5 is your final
a
answer.
pram. Oh, okay, I can understand. Let me do one more uh,
Yeah.
test. Like 12 is 2 times
Mm,
2 times 3, right?
yes.
So it will become 4, so it becomes 7, and it's a prime.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one. So, yeah, constraints. Prime number, very important, is constraints. So how large the n I can expect?
Um, it will be smaller than 100,000.
It's about 5. So I'm not sure. What if I just do it as instructed? So I take in n, I do the operation, and then I will, after some times, this will not be many times, I will reach to a prime number. Um, yeah, and the problem is that how we get the factor from a number. So mm, I don't feel like it's gonna be the O to find a factor for 10, 100 thousand is not that big. I can just do brute force for up to a square root, and I think I'll be fine. But if we do it many times, I think the better way we can make a sieve, the Ethereum sieve of Pram, so we can get the Pram quicker, faster.
Yep.
Um, so which way do you think is suitable for this problem?
Mm. You should decide
Ah,
like you should consider based on the time complexity and space complexity, right?
yeah. So let me think of the complexity of let's just go brute force. So for I will have to find all factors of n. So I think it's O of square root. I'm not sure how many times I have to do it until it become a brand, but I think it will less than
And
n for sure.
yeah, we can get n for this, but I think it's gonna be square of n. It's not gonna be too big.
Yeah, so if you say it's square of n, then it
Mm,
would be O n or O n square of n, with square root of n.
yeah.
And if square root of this is gonna be about, let's say 3 and it's 10 to the power of 8. If it's O square root of n times n, then it's a bit very close to the limit. But if it's only n, and it should be fine.
Mhm.
But actually, it's 10 to the power of 7 or 8 is still fine. So I think I would just do it brute force first.
Actually, you're gonna have to do it multiple times. So like square of n gonna be one one e three one e
Yeah,
three.
that's right.
Yeah, and with another I183, and you have to do that. Um, and you have to do square of n operation, right?
Yeah. So,
This
hmm,
um this is I got your idea, but okay, so let's talk about the brute force solution. So for each operation, what will be the cost?
for each operation, it would be square root of n. Like
Mm-hmm.
for each n, I will do square root of n, and after that, I find one factor, right? And then I divide n by that factor, and the next time it would be even less. So I don't think I have to repeat it many times.
How
So
can
I
you
think
find
it's,
the one factor and the next factors? Like you have the number n.
yeah,
Uh, how can you find which factor gonna be like the first one?
yeah. So yeah, I will look from 1 to the square root of n, and
Mm-hmm.
oh, you're right. I don't know.
Yep, you have to loop, right? Loop from every number. So the time complexity gonna be quite big. That's why it's
Ah,
brute force.
yes. Yeah, I just mistake that I feel like I have a sieve already. So yes, I should
Yes.
implement a sieve. Because when I think of this, I just feel like I got a sieve already. So I would, okay.
So you mean the solution that you have the chips is uh less costly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's forget about the brute force. Let's discuss deeper into the
Ah,
SIP.
forget the brute force and now we go to the sieve. Yeah.
Yes.
So for the sieve, then I think to build a sieve is gotta be square root. I forgot the way to build. So
What is this?
square
Mm,
root of times n
mm,
o n times square root.
okay, so let's say what if you already have the SIPs?
Yeah.
What you gonna do next?
Okay. So if I have a sieve already, then for number n, I will first go to the sieve and I look from, because after I have a sieve, then I will make an array of prime numbers.
Are you really going to have an array and then you show in that array?
Yeah, like after I have a shift, then I make an array of prime numbers, and then I take the n, then I will look through that array of prime numbers, and I find the first number to be can be divided, and can divide that number, then I'll divide and I continue make it smaller and smaller until I got the full factor.
Okay.
Or if I have an n, then I will just go to the shift and look up to see if, wait, how can I look up? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was one of the way. The other way, I think somehow that I can, you, from that end, I go to the safe end and I look up all of its factors, but I'm not sure it's gonna work because
Yeah, so basically for each operation, you're gonna like look
number
for
of
whole
primes.
array
Yeah,
of times. I
yeah,
see.
and I just actually just look one time, like if the m number of prime, then I just increase the pointer. I will not go back from the beginning and look from the beginning. Oh, no, no, I should go back. So I look m time with m is number of prime.
Mhm. Yeah, so what is the time complexity for this solution?
Okay, let me try. So for each time, let's each time first. So say m is number of prime in the range. Then I looked through many times until I got the n become. I break the n down. So how many times I need to break the n down to factors?
Let me
Um,
experiment.
swear it. And so that is just for one time,
Mm-hmm.
one operation. And I don't know the number of operation yet. So number of operation it should be could be square root of n too. Because every time it will decrease drastically. If the n is very big, then it will decrease faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's gonna be
And
m
it's and
plus,
number m is still a hidden number, right? Because
yes,
for
number
this
of prime.
m, we don't
Yeah.
have like a, a, a good
Good estimation of m.
estimate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, can we do better?
better. Um,
Yeah, because m can be hundreds.
you're right. You're right. So let me break it down and see which parts of it I can improve. So let me organize it a bit. So the OM actually to look through the array of param. So if we have and we check the, mm, the SIF, normally we just have SIF, so plus SIF of n, then we have is 1 or 0 only. So how we make that? We would go from a prime number and go to n and check it. What if every time I check it, I will start somehow? Yeah, like if I got prime is the shift, my shift will be look like this. It's will not um, 0 and 1 anymore. It's gonna be like for if for example if 2, then I mark 2 is a prime, right? So it's gonna be let's say prime like -1, then maybe a string, make it prime like this. Then when I
It's
make
too
it
complex, I
four,
think.
yeah, complex. Yeah,
Hmm.
it seems to be. Yeah, I don't know the three first, but to the four, I'll make it two.
Okay, so let's think of with given a number n, how can you find the biggest grams smaller or equal to n? So every time, if you can answer that question, every time you divide n by a prime number, you can find the next one to divide it, right?
Hmm. Oh,
And how
biggest
can
prime.
you find that in a one?
Okay, so
So the question is to find the biggest prime of a
yeah,
number.
yeah. So I will change my shift. So I will after I do it, I just look through the shift, and when I see a prime, I just like I see two, then I like is the biggest prime, and then three, then now four, I would make it three. Five is five, right? And go to
Which,
six and
no,
make
no,
it
no.
five.
I mean the biggest round that
Smaller than
you can divide to.
I
So
can't divide two. Okay.
yeah. So the number four should be two.
Yeah, should be two. And when this comes to five, is five, and the six is gonna be three.
Yeah. So every time you divide to the number that you find to the prime number that you find, you can find the next one that you can divide, right?
Yeah.
You
So
don't
I
have to
just
look to the like nonsense other primes.
okay, understand. That's is a great idea. So I would just do a shift, and I would fill it in for the last, like when I, for example, eight, then first I go two, I fill here, I make it two, but when I see, yeah, it's two. And for
Yeah.
six, yeah, for example, six, first I make it two, but then as three comes to it, I make it three. It's just updated on the way.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, that's great idea. Wait,
Right. So if you
yeah.
can answer that question, then you can just find the next round for this one oh one. So you don't have to like
So look through the, yeah. So make the m become one. Hmm.
oh yes.
Hmm. Okay. That's a new thing I learned. Right. So I'll try applying it. Maybe we have enough time. So, solution will return integer. Yeah. First, we have to create a shift. Shift. And four. And so I smaller than square root of n. It's square root. I think I forgot. Oh, okay. No, square root. Yeah, of n. Equals So then I'll start. We have to put that 0. Nothing we have to worry about 0. We have 1. 1 is not. So, C. First, maybe initialize number 1. Or can divide number 1. I have to say that vector. So it's 2 is 2. So from yeah, those 2 and then it's 1, it's 2. It's if I equal to I, then is a prime. It's a prime, so I will go up and fill everything. Equal to n n divided by I. So this one trade space. That's gonna be j times I c j times 2 I. And should be equal. So I will through it and set it to I, which means and I is the biggest thing for them. So I can read the safe. I have to return it some way. Make a vector here. I avoid and use reference.
I don't think there is a small bug when you try to init the shift. So you fill the whole array by 1.
Yeah, because yeah, if
So is going to conflict with line number 33.
line number 33, 33 it should fill it with itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just pass in first and then I'll fix that. So I wanted safe signs first and for the safe I equals safe. So at first everything is a prime number.
Mhm.
And so I safe over here. It's the size of 0 will be initialized anyway. So we pass the fish into the previous fish. Fish,
Yep.
and we
Okay.
got fish. And after having the fish, what we're gonna do is to do a transform. Uh, so that's the end. Then we got to find the biggest. Okay, so what fish of let's make a temporary thing like int number and first like this. So fish number is not number itself, so it's not a gram. Go into the loop. We would divide the number by the fish number. Wow. Submit fish number because it must be divisible and we loop it until it's good and I know we loop it and have it stored. Um, this is number here. We have to store it in the so so this will loop until yeah, it's an integer. So we loop this and we add to the sum equal to the shift number.
Mhm.
So we have a sum and when this one reach to a shift number, oh, we have to add it one more. That's not solve it. That's the number itself. One shift number is okay. Let's add it once more. So now we have a sum, then which one we have a new uh, number, which is sum, which is sum. I can loop until why it feels so wrong.
Yeah, it feels so long. It's gonna be too complex.
Um, number okay, the sum. Hmm.
Like, okay, so I think you should start with one operation first, and then you put everything in the loop later. Right.
Yeah, actually, this is one operation, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is one operation. Then put everything into a loop.
yeah,
So yeah, because
so
you do multiple times.
yeah, to look outside and actually this condition is hard to see. The two Y looks very wrong, but I have a feeling that's correct. Let me check it again. So if you have a number, then I go here and check until it's the shift is the number is a prime.
Okay.
Number is a prime, and yeah, return it. Return it. Here I will go through the sum equal to zero, and we make that one initial number until it is a prime itself, which means we sum up all of its factor,
Hmm. Okay.
right? Yeah. And
Mm,
after
It's
that, yeah, no,
uh why do you need the line 55?
line 55. Well, because for example,
Oh,
I
okay. you get the last element, right?
Yes, it's the last one.
Why don't you try to divide it with the last element until it become one? So you divide multiple times until
Yeah,
it becomes one. So you don't need that
yeah,
line, right?
yeah, yeah.
Until number become one. Just make it easy.
Yes,
Uh,
that's true.
different than one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have a different condition. Let's look better. Uh,
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think
and you need to make number equal to sum at the end of each operation.
yeah, just a bit too much. Yeah. Okay. So it looks good to me. Should we test it once to know if working?
We can try the tests. Actually, I think it's not gonna work.
Wow. So then I'll have to fix it.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can try to like take a look
yeah.
again.
So for example, let's take 12. If it turns 7, then I'm good. We'll work this out. Yes. Standard stream.
Let's see. I don't. Oh, okay.
So let me test it. Oh, yes. How to run it? I forgot. To CPU. No, how to run it? How? Okay, I forgot how to learn it.
Oh, okay, okay. So let me help you. Uh, let's try to look at line 55, 56.
5, 5, 6. Yeah,
Yes. What is the problem here? So you divide the number before you adding each element into sum.
yeah. I should do it first. Do it before it. Um,
Okay. Actually, if you try to dry run a little bit, you will get the problem. You don't
yeah.
need to run the code.
Yes. Oh,
Um. Okay. And another issue is what if uh n is 4?
4
Yeah. What if I give you the number 4?
and 4. Okay. So I will create a shift. Let's go. Yeah, should the shift would work, and then the number. Let's go to 4. Yeah, let's go to low. It's different. Shift number for 4 is 2, so it's different number. The sum is 0. No, number is not 1. Yes, sum plus, and it's go this 2, and it divides. It become 2. You go back, and it's plus 2 again, and it's become 4. It will look forever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it will live forever. So
What do you do in
uh,
this case?
come back to the constraints. I think the constraints frequent. So if in this case I would have to check that store number right here, and after doing it, I have to check if it's the same thing. If it's the same thing, I would just break and say it's a loop.
Yeah. It's a loop, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we should like clarify this earlier. Yeah, but do you think that is there any other number that gonna have a forever loop?
I think any perfect square will look like, oh no, no, not that. Something that multiple and plus is the same thing.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so in that case, if you have number four, you don't have to do the operation again. Just return number four.
Yeah, so that's an edge case, the only edge
Yeah,
case.
that's the SK. That you should ask when you try to clarify the question, right?
Yeah, yes, you're
But,
right.
but yeah, it's a very hard SK to find.
Yeah, but yeah,
Okay.
it'll show up when we test it. Yeah.
Yes. Uh, maybe sometimes you're just lucky to find out that because
Mhm.
yeah, even I don't think about it when I when I read the question. Okay. So yeah, this solution is fine. The time complexity is just ON. Actually not ON. Do you know what is the time complexity for the for calculating the shift?
Calculating the shift, I think
Yeah, the shift.
the SQRT and this part is hard to say, but
No, okay, I will give you because it's need a little math to
yeah,
calculate the correct time complexity for it. You can learn
yeah,
by it when you try to come to the real interview. It should
yes.
be ON log of log n.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's nearly n, but you should mention.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. It's how to write that. So right.
Yeah. There's some algorithm that is very hard to calculate the time complexity, and in that case, I encourage you guys to learn by heart.
Yes, that's a great tip.
Okay. So that is the end of our mock interview today.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh, okay, so thôi tiếng Việt đi, mỏi mồm quá.
Yeah.
Ờ, thì kiểu đại khái là có hai bài khi mà chị hỏi em muốn bài dễ hay bài khó thì em muốn bài medium thôi à. Có vẻ bài medium nó cũng hơi dễ so với em.
Tại em
Em
thấy có mấy bài bây giờ cũng kinh khủng lắm nên em cũng
mấy bài đấy exceptional thôi. Thường medium thì cũng ok. Thường medium là em sẽ chỉ cần directly apply một cái thuật toán nào đấy là nó sẽ ngon đấy. Cho nên là um, có hai bài medium. Thì cả hai bài này em đều có cái solution tối ưu. Bài thứ hai thì cần gợi ý một tí. Chắc là em đã bao giờ làm cái sàng mà kiểu lấy cái ledger rhyme chưa?
chưa chưa bao giờ.
Ok, nó là một cái biến biến thể của cái sàng ban đầu. Thì
Yeah,
cái sàng ban đầu thì mình chỉ có check true false thôi đúng không?
yeah, đúng.
Yeah. Thì cái này nó rất là useful trong nhiều trường hợp, nhất là trường hợp phân tích ra thừa số nguyên tố. Ừm, ok, thì hai bài này em làm đều ok, có thuật toán. Thực ra thì nếu mà em trong một số trường hợp khi đi đi phỏng vấn ấy, người ta thấy em sẽ thấy các bạn ấy hay cho ra nhiều solution kiểu naive, sau đó nó sẽ cải tiến ấy. Nếu mà
Ừ.
em nói được như thế thì tốt, còn không nói được thì cũng không sao. Nó sẽ không được đánh giá cao bằng cái việc mà em có nhiều solution, sau đó em discuss các cái khía cạnh của các solution đấy thì nó sẽ tốt hơn. Nhưng mà với bài thứ hai em có brute force, sau đó em có sàng thì cũng ok. Ờm, một cái nữa là cái cái bài thứ hai thì chắc là do cái test, kiểu nghĩ test nó dễ thì em có nghĩ test để em clarify lại câu hỏi ấy, để em hiểu đầy hơn. Nhưng mà với
Yeah.
bài một thì chắc em thấy nhìn phát biết topo nên là khỏi cần hỏi.
Yeah.
Rồi cũng không có kiểu test, nghĩa là em không có viết ra mấy cái test ví dụ để mình clarify lại câu hỏi
Thử
với
lại.
thể
Yeah,
hiện là khả năng viết test của bản thân ấy. Nên
yeah,
là cái đấy nên có, nên tại vì đôi khi em sẽ có thể hiểu nhầm này, và khi mà viết test thì em sẽ tìm ra là rất nhiều cái SK. Còn yeah, còn feedback gì không ta, không đại khái là cái cách làm của em rất là tốt khi mà em define các cái step trước khi em implement thì nó sẽ dễ follow hơn. Rồi khi mà code thì em có khả năng là vừa code vừa nói, cái này đỉnh vãi. Đấy. Chị sẽ, nếu là chị sẽ kiểu nói bảo bây giờ làm gì, sau chị sẽ code, sau đó chị sẽ nói tiếp, thì là như thế nó sẽ dễ hơn để mình kiểu đỡ bị loop logic hơn ấy. Nhưng mà
Ừ.
trình cao hơn thì mình có thể vừa code vừa nói. À, ờ, cái bài thứ hai thì chắc là em làm bị hơi rối một tí, nên là kiểu cái bài đấy cũng rối thật, bài đấy cũng ờ,
Dạ.
cộng trừ nhân chia hơi nhức đầu, nên là cũng không
Mới vô
sao.
là em ráng rồi. Nghe đề xong em đã run rồi.
Sao lại thế, không sao mà. Thì cái bài hai ấy em, nó rất dễ dàng để dry run, như là kiểu sau khi code xong ấy, dry run một phát là em thấy bug ngay.
Dạ.
Em sau khi mà code xong thì mình nên dry run đó. Có thể là không dry run hoàn toàn, nhưng mà mình cũng phải kiểu loop qua một lần cái logic, để nói chung là thằng interviewer nào nó cũng yêu cầu thế thôi. Rồi một phần là để mình cũng tìm ra bug trước khi thằng 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 kia nó nhìn ra. Nếu mà để nó chỉ
Dạ.
ra thì sẽ không hay bằng việc tự mình tìm ra, kiểu đấy. Yeah, ok. Em có cảm nhận hay feedback gì không?
Dạ, em thấy cái bài hai em được chỉ nhiều quá. Em
À, không không không, thực ra thì về lý thuyết là chị nên để cho em làm hết, nhưng mà tại vì thời gian của chúng ta có hạn nên là chị
à
gợi ý để em làm cho xong bài này.
dạ dạ. Rồi,
Tại vì dù sao thì em cũng biết cái idea rồi đúng không? Thì,
dạ
quan
đúng
trọng
rồi.
là cái idea. Còn cái
Dạ.
phần implementation thì nếu mà em có đủ thời gian thì chị nghĩ là em sẽ làm được trong một buổi interview
Dạ.
45 phút đến 1 tiếng.
Dạ, em thấy là chị nice interview rồi. Tuyệt vời. Good
Em cần một
interviewer.
interviewer kiểu kiểu tệ hơn à để practice à?
Dạ không, dạ dạ em cũng chưa biết cái nào là tệ, em chỉ mới lần đầu làm thử cái dạng này thôi. Nên là
Thực ra thì khi mà mình phỏng vấn thật ấy, sẽ có hai kiểu, một kiểu là interview chủ động đưa ra gợi ý, hoặc hoặc là một kiểu khác là kiểu interviewer chỉ ngồi xong kiểu ánh mắt đánh giá ấy.
dạ.
Thì nói chung là tùy sai từng người thôi. Mình nên adaptive một tí. Rồi giả sử khi mà em bí quá thì thường nếu mà em bí quá mà em hỏi gợi ý thì chắc là thằng nào nó cũng sẽ trả lời, nó cũng sẽ gợi ý cho em. Còn nếu mà trong trường hợp nó không gợi ý thì chắc là nó nghĩ em no hope, nên là nó không gợi ý nữa. Nên chị chưa gặp trường hợp mà không gợi ý. Thật ra chị cũng không hỏi gợi ý mấy nhưng mà chị thấy là đa phần là mọi người sẽ gợi ý. Thì mình có một cái là mình kiểu mình hỏi, mình ask for hint, xong rồi ông interviewer đưa cho cái hint, sau đó là mình dựa trên cái hint đấy mình giải được cái bài đấy, thì cái thằng kia nó cũng rất là vui, thì nó thấy là cái sự communication của em rất là tốt, em có thể hiểu được các cái hint đấy, và em dựa trên cái hint đấy để em phát triển tiếp. Thì nó cũng thể hiện là cái tư duy của em nó rất là ok. Thì có thể là do lúc đấy em nervous hay nên là như nào đấy nên em chưa nghĩ ra solution, chưa nghĩ ra hướng giải, nhưng mà em được gợi ý là kiểu em thông rồi ngay, kiểu vậy. Ok, còn gì nữa không em?
Dạ hết rồi.
Ok, thế thì thank you Trương và mọi người đã tham gia buổi mock interview ngày hôm nay nhé. Rồi chắc kết thúc tại đây.
Cảm ơn chị nhiều.
Ok.